Imagine surviving the most powerful explosion the world had ever seen. Now, imagine surviving it twice. It sounds impossible, but this is the true story of Tsutomu Yamaguchi, the only person officially recognized by the Japanese government as surviving both the atomic bombing of Hiroshima and the atomic bombing of Nagasaki. It was August 6, 1945. World War II was reaching its final days, but Japan was still fighting. Tsutomu Yamaguchi was a 29-year-old engineer working for Mitsubishi. He had been sent to Hiroshima on a business trip and was preparing to return home the very next day. That morning looked completely normal. People were walking to work. Children were going to school. Shops were opening. No one knew history was about to change forever. At exactly 8:15 in the morning, Yamaguchi was walking toward a shipyard when he heard the sound of an airplane overhead. He looked up. There was only one aircraft in the sky. Moments later, a bright flash filled the air. Before he even understood what was happening, an enormous explosion threw him through the air. The bomb, later known as Little Boy, exploded high above Hiroshima. The blast destroyed much of the city within seconds. Yamaguchi suffered serious burns on the left side of his body. His eardrums were damaged, and he was temporarily blinded by the intense flash. Despite his injuries, he somehow managed to survive. The city around him had become almost unrecognizable. Thousands of people were desperately searching for family members. For most people, surviving that day would have been the end of the story. But for Yamaguchi, it was only the beginning. The next morning, still injured and wrapped in bandages, he found a way to leave Hiroshima. His destination was his hometown, Nagasaki. After an exhausting journey, he finally reunited with his wife and family. Many people would have stayed home to recover. Instead, on August 9th, only 3 days after surviving Hiroshima, Yamaguchi reported back to work. His co-workers found it hard to believe his story. As he tried to explain the unimaginable destruction he had witnessed, another air raid alarm sounded. Most people paid little attention because they had become used to warnings during the war. Then, at around 11:02 in the morning, another blinding flash lit up the sky. The second atomic bomb, known as Fat Man, exploded over Nagasaki. Once again, Yamaguchi was caught inside one of history's most devastating explosions. Remarkably, he survived a second time. His injuries became worse, but he, his wife, and their young son all managed to live through the bombing. The odds of surviving one atomic bomb were already incredibly small. Surviving two was almost beyond belief. After the war ended, Yamaguchi lived a quiet life. For many years, he rarely spoke publicly about what he had experienced. Like many survivors, he carried painful memories that were difficult to describe. Eventually, he decided to share his story, hoping the world would understand the true cost of nuclear weapons. In 2009, the Japanese government officially recognized him as a survivor of both atomic bombings. He became known around the world as a symbol of resilience and peace. Tsutomu Yamaguchi passed away in 2010 at the age of 93. His story reminds us that history is not just about battles or weapons. It's about ordinary people who found extraordinary strength in unimaginable moments. One man, 2 atomic bombs. One unbelievable true story that continues to inspire the world. If this story amazed you, follow for more incredible true stories from history.